Hiroshima style.
Hi, this is Don Matteo, and you are listening to the Ought to Know Better podcast. Let's do this.
Leeds are shit. We're recording, you know.
Oh, shit.
We had a good start. I don't think we've got the personnel.
You can fucking laugh all you want, you absolute bellend.
I think about things. That's why you lot are idiots.
A melted version of a dick that's been shrink wrapped.
The absolute elite shithousery of this.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Series 5, Episode 20, bloody one. Series 6, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
we're 5 years in, but the first season wasn't a full season, was it? So we're season 6.
So I need to go in and rename that at some stage because I completely did that wrong. But either way, how are you both? Are you both all right?
Well, it's Matt to go first.
Yeah. I'm all right in mind. In body and spirit, I'm feeling a little rough. I'm as rough as a bear's shit pipe. If I'm totally honest, I'm coming down with the man flu, I think. But we'll carry on. We will.
Oh, you're a special little soldier.
I am.
I believe I have sprained my wrist at five-a-side. But other than that, not too bad. Wrist. I went in net.
I'm not ashamed to say that I'm struggling at the minute, lads. I've had a really rough time at the minute. I know Blue Monday was yesterday, and but yeah, just towing, just with everything. I just think it's that time of year, and just like just the weight of the world on my shoulders. I've been moving.
January's shite, innit? You should have a birthday. You should try having a birthday in it as well, man. It's fucking grim, man. You know.
But moving house and doing it through what is probably the most difficult time of the year anyway, it's going to be a lot.
Moving into a shithole as well, and then I'm not seeing the girls. There's just loads of shit going on. You know what I mean? And I'm not ashamed to say I'm towing a little bit.
You moved in next door to Jay?
Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, he's
in Bradford.
Yeah, but no. Other than that, like I'm hoping that this and tonight and talking because if I'm honest with you, I couldn't really be arsed with this. Like, and then I'm hoping, like I know previously, I've said, you know, I'm the first to sort of say, do it and you'll feel better afterwards. So let's see if we can take our medicine and taste our medicine. Now that wasn't why the episode was called "Taste Your Medicine." The reason it was "Taste Your Medicine" was obviously because we let Fulham have a taste of their own medicine from earlier on in the season. So let's start there. I know, Gilly. I think you were on B and C with the Italian one. So Smarty, we'll start with you. I watched on telly. I listened on the radio.
Am I losing my marbles? I'm sure it was Jay I were on with.
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
He might be Italian as well.
It could be. You're right. You could be.
Well, let's be fair. We don't have any Italians on the podcast. We've just got a plastic one.
What do you call somebody from Middle Earth? Elvish. He's Elvish.
Yeah.
Elvish. Is that said by Sean Connery?
He's a halfling.
Elvish Presley.
Elvish.
He's a halfling. Yeah. He's a halfling.
It sounded on the radio. Quite a good atmosphere. It sounded. I mean, we do enjoy a 3:00 kickoff. Ellen Road sounded back to its best, and I've watched a couple now of Fulham blogs and stuff. You know, saying how great our fan base was all the way through, and then even better when we obviously got the late winner. How did you felt we played at the weekend, Smarty?
I will address that whole atmosphere thing initially because I've seen a few people and I've seen a few Fulham accounts saying that we're great, the best home fans ever and stuff like that. Crowd didn't even really get going until that shithouse fucking Harry Wilson fouled. Who won it? Who did he foul?
Gabby.
Can't even remember. Oh, it won it, yeah, Gabs. It wasn't until that point when we started making any real noise. Both me and one of the lads were saying how absolutely really drab it was for a 3:00 kickoff. Like, really, really poor, really quiet.
Really? It came across
at least
quite
it's
well
in a proper dress.
which it doesn't usually, but obviously usually, if you're watching it on telly, it's Sky and they do with the notorious for drowning us out and whatnot. So, you know, they can't hear us. But
Yeah.
It did come across quite well.
It would average. It wasn't as good as it can be until, like I say, until there was a little bit of niggle towards the end.
Comparing it with Fulham, though, you know.
Yeah, Fulham brought some actual fans this time. They didn't just fill out the top tier of their little bit of the stand. They actually brought some more. Did make a little bit of noise, but they're a bit posh out there, Fulham. The one of them sort of teams that you would probably be able to go for a pint with one of them in a stand or in a pub somewhere, because there'll be no sort of any shit from them. They're really placid, aren't they?
I think they've got a neutral area at Craven Cottage. I think there's a neutral fans
area.
That
does not surprise me. That does not surprise me at all.
People who fancy going to watch, who's not home or away. Do you know what I mean?
They're harmless, aren't they?
That's true. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that first half were a bit drab. It wasn't one for the archives, especially. The lad I was speaking to at half time even thought about going home. I mean, he was jesting, obviously. But he went, "This is proper shit. I'm bored out of my head. Atmosphere's wank. I feel like going home." And I was like, "Yeah, I know what you're saying." 70 minutes in, I was like, I could go home, if I'm totally honest. And it wasn't until kind of the last 20 minutes that we really started to pile the pressure on. And we were both saying, I can sniff a winner here. It'd be just nice. Just to get a last-minute winner, wouldn't it? And then he said, "Oh, I've got a bit of a tingle." which were really funny. I'm like, "Oh, really? You were going home half an hour ago, and now you've got a fucking tingle? What's going on?" Yeah, we played well. They played solid. I think they came for a draw. If I'm being honest, they didn't look like they wanted to come and attack us at all. They were they played quite well. Did Fulham? They were better than I expected them to be. I know they were relatively higher than I thought they were in the table. I didn't think they were. I think they were 9th when we played them, weren't they? You know, but they just tick over nicely to Fulham. They come up with some surprising results. And to be fair, the way that they play football, the way that they go about the business, you can understand why. They're a relatively tidy team. But yeah, I think the initial 20 minutes they kind of put it on us, which I expected to, because a lot of teams, like to come and attack us for first 20 minutes and then tend to die off. But yeah, it was a bit drab. It wasn't one for the, like I say, it wasn't out to write home about. And we played all right, and we got, I think, what we deserved at the end. I think we were the better team overall.
Yeah, I agree. I thought we did really well keeping some of their better players quiet in Wilson, Smith Rowe, that Anthony Robinson as well. He's a cracking left back, wing back, whatever you want to call him. I thought we did a real good job on nullifying them. I think that starts with the defense. We've lost one game in 10 now, and you've got before that, where there was talk of that Fark out, Gilly. I mean, and I know yourself, you were pretty much over the fence with in terms of Fark. You thought, until we changed to this new formation. But what do you think it is about this new formation? Because it seems to be, no matter who we put in there in defence at the back, or we've had Justin playing as a right centre back, we've had Bogle playing as a right winger, we've had Rodon even on the right wing at times. Yeah. What do you think it is about this new setup that seems to be working so well for us?
It's hard to pin down to any one particular thing. I think early on in the season, we'd had quite a few conversations about how 3 at the back would suit the players that we've got. I'll hold my hand up. I didn't think Farker had it in him to get the best out of him in this formation, and we'd never played it. So it was only trying to predict the future, which is always quite difficult anyway. But it's a really challenge. I think a lot of it comes down to the mentality of the players. They're working for each other. They're working for the manager, and he's really gelled them. They are working as a unit, and I think that's a lot of it, isn't it? Is that man management and getting them up for every game. There are occasions when we start maybe a little bit flat as a side and whatever else, but more often than not, we're straight into it. It's got to come down to the setup that he's put in place, because Justin came in, as you said, right-sided of the back three, whereas he'd been at that kind of full-back, wing-back type role. The ability that him and Bogle had to slot into the positions that they needed, and when we were in possession, like you said, Bogle's on right wing, Justin's at right back, and we've switched to a back 4. Then out of possession, we switch immediately to a back 3. It just seemed to work, to the point where we had Nonto at wing back, and you couldn't really tell.
No, I have to be honest. When I saw that lineup, I was a little bit concerned. No Statch, no Biol, Obviously, it elected Darlow to start over Perry. So I had my doubts. Aronson, your favourite player, obviously starting still as well for us. Gruev as well. It looked very. I don't want to use the term negative because I don't think it was negative, but I think we'd have been happy with a draw as well, if I'm honest. And I think for me, the fact that we lined up with those players, almost 4 defenders in midfield. Do you know what I mean? When you've got Gudmundsson, defensive players, Gudmundsson, Gruev, Ampadu, and Bogle are all very defensive. Then you've got Aronson behind Okafor and Calvert-Lewin. It didn't feel like we would have that much going forward, but and the game probably reflected that, as Smarty said, for the majority. But I'm overjoyed with how well this system is working for us, and it seems to be no matter who we're playing there, Tanaka. You would have thought Tanaka would have been a shoo-in to start this game at home,
especially with Stack out.
Yeah, but what everything he's touching seems to be turning to gold at the moment, and there's no denying that the current run of results are something certainly worth screaming about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think to the point where I don't think it was the same setup that we've had. It wasn't the 3-5-2 that we've been used to seeing. Because I don't know how much it came across on that international radio that you were listening on. But the average positions was Okafor wide left and Aronson wide right. Now, out of possession, that changed. But it were almost a 3-4-3 rather than it was the 3-5-2 that we'd seen against Liverpool and Chelsea and Palace. So he's even got that about him to entirely change the setup of it, which was one of the frustrations we'd had. Is something's not working, change it. But he's changing it and adapting. Not having Biol and Stack Stack's still now the second best chance creator this season's had in the entire division. So the loss of him is major. Gruev being on the for all of Gruev's positives, and I think nice, Smarty.
Thank you. Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah, just a bit.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
For the audio listeners, that was Smarty cracking his neck.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, for all of Gruev's positives, and he does bring that air of solidity. It frees Ampadu up to move a bit further forward, and Ampadu was my man of the match, and it freed him up to go into that role. We've seen him on set pieces before, and it's not been the best. That's why it's Stack and then Longstaff that's been having him. If he were better than them, he'd have been taking him. We didn't really. We didn't see a massive downturn, and I guess that is testament to the manager and the setup.
Yeah. No. Anything you disagree with, Spiders? Anything you wouldn't you think maybe Farker got wrong at the weekend? I know it's in hindsight, it's very difficult to suggest that he has when we've come away with all 3 points. And I know it's a snatch and grab, but do you think we maybe did line up a little bit too defensively for a home fixture?
No, I think you got it pretty spot on. I mean, we don't like to stick too placidly, I suppose, if you want to say, in regards to his substitutions. We usually fire into him saying that we need to make substitutions early or whatever. And I know it did seem to take a twist when he brought Metcher on and Tanaka, like you say. I think Tanaka usually gets us more off his seats and looks to obviously progress the ball a little bit better. But no, I can't really complain. Like you say, with hindsight, it worked out as well as it did. We completely nullified their best player, which is, at the moment, their form player, Harry Wilson. You didn't really notice him on the pitch until he made that audible bloody foul, which arguably was a red card. I thought the keeper. I thought the referee average. I can't really grump too much. I think the yellow card. I think one of the lads in chat's just mentioned. Oh yeah, we're rolling buttons. Have just mentioned Ampadu's yellow card. That was a bit of a joke. I think that was really, really poor from referee. To be quite honest, I mean, he clearly throwing the ball back to the keeper because he thought it was an offside rather than a foul, or it was an offside for us. Either way, to give him a yellow for that. In fact, it's same keeper. It's not fucking keeper. Same referee that booked him for Liverpool yellow as well, wasn't it? Shit house.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, referee didn't cover himself in glory, really. Yeah, Kavanagh, prick. But, no, I can't really moan at Fark. He had a couple of decent players missing and rotated the team as he saw fit, and it worked, and we got a point. We got 3 points, sorry. So, I can't really grump.
And You said there you thought the game changed sort of when Tanaka and Mech came on. Was it about the 80th minute, if I remember rightly?
81st, I think. Mecha came on for Bogle, didn't he?
That's right. But even then, when he made that sub, everyone was like, "Where the fuck? Who's playing? You're bringing a right winger off for a centre forward?" Or, I mean, who thinks to do that? I mean, fair play to him when he's looked at the flow of the game and actually the momentum and thought, you know what, if I take our right wing back off and bring on the striker, then we might go and win this and snatch it. But we're the first, and certainly as fans, we are the first to sort of be straight down Farke's throat when he's not making the subs and not making the right subs. But when things like this happen, is it a stroke of luck or is it a stroke of genius?
Well, did you notice Ampadu were getting into a lot more forward positions as well when he started making those changes? When Tanaka came on, Ampadu were pushing a lot further up. And I suppose if you've got Tanaka as well on the field, with his progressive forward passing, his little Pablo Hernandez kind of passes that he does, having the Mecha up there, up at the top, it's another option for a big brute to just nod one in as well, and someone else to occupy their defenders as well. So that sort of tactical change, where we think, right, we're coming into the last sort of 10 minutes of the game, get another big lad up top, Matt Smith style, alongside Calvert-Lewin or whatever, and see if we can get something from either a set piece or a corner or anything really. You don't know, do you? It had to be something like that to take one of those defensive players off.
I hold my hands up. I thought he got it wrong because Mecha's first couple of touches, you're thinking, fucking hell, look at Steve.
Oh, yeah. He's not got the best touch, has he?
He's not a left winger. So I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at that setup, and I'm thinking, would Nonto be better on left wing? Would that have been a better change? We put Nonto at right wing back, would put him in genuinely further up the pitch. And then Mecha absolutely dominates their left back and scores, and you're like, yeah, fine. Farke will take his medicine, but he'll take the plaudits when he gets it right. And I don't really rate Mecha when he's out on the left on touchline because he doesn't have the impact that a true winger would have. But what he does have is the capability to fight back at net because he's got a finish, and that's what he did.
Exactly.
Yeah, Oliver makes a great point here. 14 goals we've had in terms of return from DCL and Mecha.
0 millions.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
I think if you remember right from the start of the season, we said, I think as a collective pretty much, that we need around about 15, 20 goals from our front line, whoever's playing there, from our strikers. So, you've got obviously Calvert-Lewin, Mecha, and then who knows, Piru, but yeah, I think that in terms of return, we can't really argue with that, can we? And obviously we'll come on to a bit of talk about transfer talk in a minute or two.
There's a couple of comments about Okafor, and I think he's played enough to have scored more. I think that's the only real negative, is that he's not got more goals.
Yeah,
and especially when we've paid so much for him in comparison to the other two. But look, I think we're probably been a little bit harsh, potentially. But Okafor has had a couple of chances where he's fluffed them and whatever. In fact, I think he had one at the weekend, didn't he?
I think he definitely plays better in more of a 4-3-3, doesn't he? With that sort of, like, from that wide position coming in, rather than playing as a run off of Calvert-Lewin. I think he's like Willie as well. He's much better on right, cutting in on his left, or vice versa. He's quite adaptable. He's Nonto, to be fair to him. But yeah. But you see that many formation changes, it's ridiculous. Who knew Farke had it in him? We're seeing all sorts of fucking different formations. It's bloody crazy. In fact, I'm pretty certain we ended up in the 4-4-2 towards the last 5-10 minutes when he brought Mecha on.
Yeah. Okay, we'll wrap up with man of the matches then. I know, Gilly, you've already told us yours was Ethan Ampadu. Smarty, did you have anybody else as your man of the match?
Nah, Ampadu's got to have it for me. He was brilliant. Thought he was fantastic.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant. I think the only other players probably in contention would have been one of the wing backs in Bogle or Goodmanson. I thought they were both fantastic as well.
Yeah, do I?
But I don't think they were quite as good as Ampadu. So I'm with you on that one.
Justin was the other one I called out as well. I thought coming in and moving from that full back, wing back type position, and then being one of the back three, but then being adaptable enough to change through the course of the game. We had doubts about whether they were valuing that signing, not necessarily for the player, but because the player wanted an attacker, and we all thought that we were crying out for an attacker. Like he's repaid that, hasn't he? What, 10 million, was it? Well, there's no issue with that now.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We'll just fly through a couple of starred messages. Michael Gott says he was down at Ellen Road today. 12 quid for a pair of Leeds boxers. Thinks he'll go to Morley Market for his grundies instead.
I starred that because I love that word. It's not used enough. Grundies.
Or Morley.
No. We can leave without Morley. But to be fair, I lived in Morley till I was 12. It's not so bad.
And then Paul Brennan says the foul by Harry Wilson was shocking. FFS, he should be sent off. If that was Ethan Ampadu on any Fulham player, it would have been a straight red off FFS.
I agree.
I love that you're saying FFS.
I thought it was cynical. And have you seen today that there's some is it IFAB looking at some new rules?
No.
Anybody seen that?
No, I've not seen that.
I'll come on to it in a short while. But yeah, they're looking into new rules, so they are potentially looking at it being a red card if you deliberately stop a player who could pass to a player in a goal scoring opportunity. So that potentially would have been a straight red card as well. Right. There's a couple of others in there as well. VAR changing from the toe to the torso. One or two.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I think
that's
4 or 5.
That's fingers thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there's 4 or 5 that they're put into some sort of internal vote or testing or something like that. But I can't remember them all off the top of my head, so I've got them written down. But we'll come on to them. Cool. That's it for the starred messages. The other one, Debs has put was after their knobhead kicked it away earlier.
That's having a go at the referee. So actually, the ref wasn't facing him, but Lukic kicked the ball away, having already been.
That's
booked.
right. Yeah.
So Ampadu throwing the ball back to us, thinking that the offside had been given our way rather than it being offside for them. He got booked. Lukic genuinely kicked the ball away, trying to waste time, and nothing happened. Now the referee's facing the other way, but it were right in front of Lino.
Right.
They should have been sent off.
Yeah. Agreed.
So yeah, she were having a go at ref, and I thought that were worth starring.
Dead right.
Absolutely. Cool. Shall we have a little bit of a transfer talk before we do Stotwa?
Stotwa.
Sure. Yeah, let's talk a little bit because I've seen two names mentioned that we are keen. In fact, 3 actually. That's a lie. One today that's cropped up is Troy Parrott.
That's an interesting name.
Yeah,
the Irish lad.
Yes, the Irish lad who was at Spurs. He's now playing out in Denmark, Norway, somewhere like that. Sweden. That's Sweden, is it? Alkmaar? Sorry, yeah.
Were we linked in this summer with him?
I believe we were.
We've been linked with him before, haven't we? Briefly.
Yeah.
I think it was when we were in the Championship, though, for some reason. I don't think it was this summer.
Yeah, I think you could be right, actually.
Obviously, Strand Larsen links are not going away. But apparently they're wanting around about £40 million there or thereabouts for.
Which is a climb down from what they were being touted at before. It was something like 65 when we discussed it last time.
Did they reject 65 from Newcastle?
Yeah. Rumoured. Yeah. How
the fucking hell are we going to afford that? Like, Klarna. Can you get football players on Klarna? PayPal.
And then obviously the Werder Bremen attacking midfielder Romano Schmid as well. Now, obviously, Graham has since said that since we got Buonanotte in, the chances of us getting Schmid are unlikely. However, since Graham's tweeted that, both Fabrizio and Plettenberg have said that there is real keen interest from us for around about 15 million euros. I have to be honest, I know very little of Schmid. I don't know much about him, but from reading various outlets and people who all of a sudden now watch Bundesliga more than they do the Premier League. They say he would be a good signing.
Mm.
Is it what we need? Would you be focusing your attention there? First of all, let me ask you both, where do you think we should be focusing our attention? Do you think it is in a centre forward just in case? Because we all know Dominic Calvert-Lewin is going to break down at some stage.
I think we all agreed this a few weeks ago, didn't we, that the number one target for us would be some sort of backup striker that kind of performs a similar role to what Dominic Calvert-Lewin does. And the luxury signing would be maybe another winger, some maybe more defensive option, and if we're lucky, which we've been asking for seasons and seasons, some sort of number 10. I think Buonanotte can fill both the number 10 and the sort of wing position, can't he? So we've kind of hit sort of two birds with one stone with that. But yeah, I think I would have expected to see some more sort of centre forward options. The other two, I've heard of the Parrot lad. Don't know about the rest. I would perform a good old sweep of the opposition fans, or maybe ex-club fans, see what they're saying about them, and also a little bit of YouTube. And I can usually make my mind up within about a few minutes whether I like a player or not after scouting them myself on YouTube. So yeah, I've not done so yet.
Larson's a bit of a baller.
Strand Larson. I don't need to Google or YouTube him. I know he's a very good player, but the others, yeah.
I think there's only one other that I'd seen, and I can't remember the name. It began with a D, and it looked like it had too many consonants in it. Was a centre back. Yeah, and with the be-all news that might be a bit longer than had been hoped. Yeah. Bornau's done nothing wrong at all. I know we were all a bit worried because we'd not seen enough about him, and is he going to come in and hit the ground running? Well, it seemed like he did. James Justin can do a job there. He showed that against Fulham, but we don't look weighty in numbers towards the back. So I do wonder
especially if we're playing that three at the back as well.
Exactly. You need to have that. So and I
really
really
it's only a dwarf as well, apparently.
Yeah, supposedly.
5'6".
Yeah.
Does not suit the Big Bastards FC sort of model that we're going for.
No. So yeah, I that's the only other one really. I would have, if we get a centre back and an attacker, and we've signed Buonanotte, I think pretty much everybody would be happy with that, surely.
Yeah, yes. There's no option or anything with Buonanotte, is there? Or anything? It's just a straight up loan.
I don't think so. Just a loan. That's what it reported as, anyway.
Yeah, actually, great point, Whitesnake. Do we need a goalkeeper? Because obviously elected Darlow to start. But what the fuck was he doing when he came out for that header? If you're going to header it,
we're making me shit myself.
Jesus Christ!
And if you're going to header it like that, header it to one side or other, not straight down middle of pitch.
Yeah, I'll get some fucking height on it. And
at least he got there.
I mean, he got there, but he didn't.
Perry runs like he's running through fucking treacle, doesn't he?
Perry want to come out for it, would he?
He's had the ball, he would have done, but he just got there really slowly. Yeah. Slower than Alex Mowat. Just waddling out with his fresh new hair that's growing.
Butler.
Of those names, then, who would be your preference if we couldn't sign any of them?
Larson.
We could only sign one of them.
Strand Larson.
Yeah, for me, as well.
I think he's the closest to stopping us being massively impacted by any loss of DCL for any length of time.
Yeah, yeah. I think the Parrot links are probably just a little bit lazy. I think he doesn't really suit. He's not really a target man. He's quite. No. He's a bit. For me, he's a bit. It reminds me a bit of Robbie Keane. Just how he plays. He's a bit.
I see that.
From what I've seen of him.
If you think of the support strikers, Metcher's being used in that sort of role. Okafor's being used in that sort of role. Nonto can do that. We don't have a DCL. Aronson's been doing that. We don't have a DCL replacement. Metcher's the closest we've got, and we've seen he doesn't lead the line in the same way, and he's not as dominant. I mean, very few people are as dominant in the air, but he just doesn't carry the same threat, does he, through the middle? So, yeah, for me, it's that one. And Buonanotte as well. Now can play a more attacking player. But none of them are that 9.
There is a nice 70 of you in the chat, so please do smash like and do subscribe if you haven't already.
I'll touch it delicately if you like.
No, actually smash it. Break your mouse or your finger or your screen or whatever it is you're watching on. And if you can prove it, you'll get a free OKB bottle opener, which we've still got hundreds of, and not one of us has given them away.
I have given all mine away.
Yep. There's only about
someone even admitted to me the other day that they stole one from me.
Bastard.
Nice.
In-laws. So I nicked. Oh, no, he won't bring. Over Christmas. Oh yeah, I took a couple of them bottle openers. Oh, did you? Sound?
That's where they went then.
Yeah. All of them.
Yeah, there's only about 5 or 6 left, and other than the blue one that I took for me, are the reddy, orangey type ones.
They're hard to get. They're hard to even give away, aren't they?
Yeah,
I've got one of them, unfortunately, still.
I don't know where mine are since I've moved house. They could be fucking anywhere. But I've still got loads because down here, nobody really wants to steal them from me because they don't really know what it is. It's a bottle opener, mate. They all use their teeth down here.
What's an ought to know better?
Right, don't worry about it. Just take it.
Just before we get off the subject, actually, just as I remember, because it's a shame that we've not taken him because he scored West Ham's winner. He's Callum Wilson, somebody that we were linked with, and it looked like West Ham were desperate to get shut. He's the only one that's actually scoring goals for him. It still seems a bit mad, but if they have to, in terms of PSR overhead or whatever it is, because they brought in Pablo and Tata Castellanos, he's a quality player to have. And I won't be against bringing him in till the end of the season. I wouldn't want to see him on a 3-year deal or anything like that. But, short-term deal, I'd have no issue with that. He knows where goal is. He can hold the ball up. He's strong. Knows the Premier League.
Gets broken as well, though, doesn't he? Which bodes well that he's at West Ham.
DCL.
Yeah.
Everyone said that about DCL.
Michael Gott says, are you looking at doing any OKB boxes?
Yeah, we're just going to do some with Jay's face on.
Interesting.
The Christmas boxes they're going to be just Jay's face.
Just Jay, like his little YouTube channel that he started. Just Jay.
Oh, bless.
I know.
No, that's just Joe. What were it? Riot Radio, that was it.
Fucking hell. Bless him.
Couple of comments on the transfers before we move on to my favourite part of the week. Herbert says he's a pretty boy then. I'm sure he's on about Troy Parrott.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, okay.
Herbert's had a couple of sherries this evening, hasn't he? Pulling out the dad jokes there. I bet he laughed as well. I bet he laughed at that.
I laughed.
Roland's enjoying the word Grundies. Loving that.
Get your Grundies out. And then CB seems to think that he's heard 2 players plus 5 million. What's funny?
That. Jay wankers.
CB he's heard 2 players plus 5 million from Leeds for Larsa. Which 2 players do you think that might be? If it's
that
true.
was Piro and Nonto that were linked with that.
Rumoured, yeah. It won't be 2 players.
It's not happening. Swap deals don't happen outside Football Manager.
I can see Piro going.
PSR has meant that because of the way that fees are structured when you get the money in for selling a player and the way that it's structured when you're buying a player, it works for them for clubs to swap 2 players on 2 totally independent deals in order to financially dope. I get that, but 2 players in for 1 and some money, that's somebody's Football Manager wet dream.
Yeah,
I can see Piro going in a swap deal though. That's not too unrealistic, that. And it probably might be a good option for him as well.
Well, it'd be a good option for Wolves.
He gets to go. Well, it's not just for them now. I mean, obviously, Piro's wanting to stick around because he wants to play Premier League football, but there's a chance that he might get Premier League football at Wolves. Whether it's with us or not, there's a good chance he'll get, some sort of value out or whatever, or however much of the season's left at Wolves if he does go, obviously playing in the Premier League. But it would be a very, very good option for them in the Championship because he's last season's golden boot. And he knows where the back of the frigging net is, and that lad can score goals.
At that level. Yeah.
So, it's worth at least 45 million.
Yeah. Piru doesn't want to go Debs, you're right. He said quite openly, and Smarty just confirmed that. Yeah, he doesn't. He wants to prove that he could. He can do it, and I think given the game time, I'm not suggesting he'd be our best option, but I'm pretty sure he would. But the thing that he doesn't offer us is the athleticism, the winning, the hold up play, that sort of thing that DCL does. And at the moment, that's the style of football we're playing, and it doesn't suit Joel Piru when we bring him on when we need a goal, and he almost got that scummed in it with that curling effort to the top corner.
Nearly, yeah.
So anyway, we move on. We move on. To actually my favourite part of the week, and I'm sure it's yours as well.
Hey, has got a shit tick this week, my little sparafact.
That's got a shit take this week, my little sparrow fart. And on this shit take of the week, there was loads, so I couldn't pick. So between us three, we're going to pick our favourite four to list on the shit take of the week as a poll.
Excellent.
We'll start with numero uno, when I can find the bastard. Numero uno. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Rog says, very real shout about Enzo Lefebvre being the best to ever play in the Championship.
Well, he did just want, wasn't he?
That's a lot of bullshit. Oh.
I mean, he's doing all right now, but in the Championship, he want Pablo.
Flash it back
He
up.
want Neves.
I'll flash it back up. Enzo Lefebvre being the best to ever play in the Championship.
I'd be interested to know where Roger's account was made and whether he's only just been watching football for the last few years. Because that's a hell of a fucking shit take, is that?
You think about the players that have played in the Championship. Tarat.
Fucking hell, man. You know, do you know instantly, apart from a few of our players that we've had play for us, and obviously you can take your pick from the Wolves team that got promoted under Nuno as well, because they were just fucking obscene.
Ruben Neves.
Neves, for example. But Ross McCormack has got to be up there.
Yeah.
Fucking one of the best players. That you can't argue with his stats, man. He's an absolute goal machine.
Yeah.
You know, there's been so many bloody players that have been through. He's a fucking fraud. Is that Lefebvre? Jesus Christ!
If you get time, do have a look at the quote tweets and the replies to this, because some guy says I can name 50 better to have played in the Champ, and he reels 50 off. And in fairness, you cannot argue with any of them.
Can't argue with them. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, Mitrovic. I hated Mitrovic. That's what we call him.
Bellingham played in the bloody Championship.
Yeah, but he wasn't that good in the Championship.
Yeah,
no. That's not what he's saying. He's saying the best to ever play in the Championship, not the best in the Championship.
In that case, Harry Kane and Gareth Bale. You know, you're talking
Jamie Vardy,
genuine world superstars, aren't you?
Yeah. Moving on. So you two might want to just make a note of your favourites. Keep them in an order, 1 to 4 or whatever you want. I mean, I'm not asked what you choose.
I'm going to make a note right now.
Jack, our mate Jack's back. Well done. Welcome back, Jack. Somebody said, is this the never replaced Pablo signing? I think they're on about Buonanotte. And Jack said, why does this fan base have such an obsession with replacing Pablo Hernandez? What does it even mean?
What? I'm sure this fucker just... I mean, the only time I ever see him is when you've usually quoted him or you're having a bit of a Twitter spat or whatever it is that's going on at the time.
Me, I think.
But this fucking guy comes out with some right shite, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he does tweet some other stuff that I thought, actually, I can't disagree with what you've said. But this... I mean, that's just a fucking hell of a shit take, that.
I mean,
why does his fan base
Pablo Hernandez for a very, very obvious reason?
What does it even mean? What do you mean? What's it even fucking mean? One of the best one of the best creative midfielders that we've had for fucking generations, for decades, and you don't know why we want to get a similar sort of fucking player. This guy fucking sniffing prick sticks.
Anyway,
what a fool!
We move on because we've got a lot to get through.
Belters. There's some belting on here.
Jordan Eason. This is his opinion. This is a Wolves fan, by the way.
Oh, yeah. This is the last one I just told you about on it. Fucking belter is this one.
Oh, no, this was already on there, so I haven't put
did you already? Oh, that's okay then. That's fine.
Remaining fixtures based on their last 5 performances. So they think the drawing with City, the drawing with Chelsea, they're beating Forest Palace, drawing with Villa, beating Bournemouth, drawing. They're basically not losing until they play Arsenal, and that's the only loss of the season.
Wow,
that's incredible. That is real copium, isn't it? Because what have they got? 8 points so far this season.
That's arguably one of the best streaks of the season by any team at all.
Yeah. That is Champions League. That is Champions League level form.
It puts you on. You know, that's less than half of the season now, isn't it? And that's 31 points. So any side that goes on that run all season is exceeding 70 points. That's incredible, copium.
Stupid.
Here's a question: if they get 39 points by the end of the season, does it still go down?
No.
Feeney was a ringer, Clive.
Clive, come on, mate. Moving on. So this is another YouTuber or another guy who does some Leeds United content. Leeds versus Fulham combined 11. I think this was Gilly who tagged this one in.
I've got to temper it somewhat because this was.
Oh yes, context.
This was Conor
please.
McGilligan. McGilligan, is that right?
Michael Finnegan.
Connor. What's Connor's surname?
Him that faked an injury, so he didn't have to play in the Leeds Creators Cup.
I think it's McGilligan, isn't it? Anyway,
who cares? There's a fucking bell ending it.
This was Aggie Pod's back. No, this was because I was laughing at this and I was like, "What on earth are you talking about? There's no Ampadu. What on earth are you doing?" This was before the Villa game. So was before Man City half time and doesn't include any other. So it only came out this week, but it was released by Green King this week on their TikToks. It wasn't put together very recently. It was months ago. So it does need to be tempered somewhat. But they've also got Bassi in that side, and he's one of the worst centre backs I've seen at this level for generations.
Yeah. Moving on, because we have got another 3 to get through. La Pausa, Aronson, you've had a good run, buddy. On the news that we've signed for Facundo Buonanotte, he almost thinks just forget everything that we've done, forget it all, forget how well Aronson's playing in this system, and we'll just throw somebody in on loan who we've just signed.
He's not played all season.
Not played all season. He's played something like less than. I don't even know.
45 minutes. 45 minutes he's played this season.
45 minutes he's played all season, and all of a sudden this guy is thinking, "Yeah, just fucking rip the phone book up, and we'll just throw this guy in."
I'd love to know what Gilly's take on this one is.
Well, so on the principle of you don't change a winning team, what we've got at the moment is working, and you don't change it as you change it as little as you can.
Okay,
so,
on the principle of the winning team, on the principle of changing him out for Brendan Aronson.
Well, no, I think you need to give him time to get up to speed. I don't, but Farker loves Aronson. He's not getting away from it.
You will love Aronson though now, don't you?
No, but
are you going to set on fire if I keep poking you?
No, but I
intensifies.
I have always said that I'll call it as I see it. It's not. You know, he's played really well recently.
Herbert wants to know where we're putting the Brendan statue, Matthew.
And he's got one in his back garden now. One of the El Loco gnomes, but he's got an El Loco gnome in the shape of Brendan Aronson. That's just pissing all over his garden. Like just
the Medford Messy. The Medford Pissy.
Yeah. Moving on.
It's not happening. So that's why it's in shit takes, isn't it? It's not happening, and Buonanotte is going to need a long time to get up to speed.
I think he's one of Jack's mates, this geezer. I think they're all honestly.
I think I've seen.
Druggies. I think they all just sit and take heroin all night. And
wow.
just come up with as many.
Taking all the heroin and still being able to function with shit takes. That's some going. Is that, to be fair?
Well, that's what they do. They just take it and then just say, I know what we'll do. We'll just see who can get on shit take of the week this week.
All the D-rugs.
Yeah. Next one. This is another one I think that knocks about with that gang. Have Leeds ever had a Premier League Player of the Month before? This is crazy.
Oh my god.
So I tagged that one first, and he has climbed down somewhat, or at least tried to excuse it by saying, I meant on FIFA. But that's not what he said, is it?
No. That's an absolute desperation fucking climb out of the fucking abyss that in it. Oh, I meant on FIFA. No, you didn't. You've just been called out. You're wrong. You're a fucking paedophile. Fuck you.
Whoa. Whoa.
You know what, right? You should have to have some sort of level of life experience before you're given an X account.
Yeah.
And he did say that he wasn't born the last time he won it, so he shouldn't be allowed on there.
Flaming virgin, not be a mega virgin like these fucking wankers.
The last Leeds United player to win it was Rio.
Was it really? I mean, well,
I believe so. But other winners, Milner must have got it for us, did he? No, Smith.
Yeboah did.
Yeboah did.
Paducah did.
Paducah.
And I think that Aussie that we don't name, I think he might have won one.
Moving on. Middlesbrough have been credited with an interest in Joel Piroux. Luke Lurns says, Pirro failed to score in 32 out of 46 games last season and ended up being top scorer after bagging 4v Stoke. One of the biggest stat padding seasons you'll ever see. To not score in 70% of the games is arguably the most dominant, or inarguably the most dominant championship team we've seen is impressive. So for me, this was a shit take because he completely contradicts himself by saying he's the top scorer in the most dominant Leeds United team. But it's not good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. What about the season before when they were banging him in for Swansea?
I don't know. Yeah, I think
this guy top scorer in that season as well.
These people watch football through Microsoft Excel, and the sooner you understand that, and the better. They're
Is that like Kelly Rowland falling out with Nelly because she wrote a message into Excel and he never replied?
Oh, fucking hell, yeah. Yeah. What? Jesus, yeah. Fucking hell. Hey.
There's a reference for you.
Which video? What music video was it?
It wasn't Case of the X, was it? It was I can't remember. It was Nelly.
Remember them all? You can barely see. You remember them old Nokia flip phones that used to have they used to like split in half and they were like a keypad underneath lengthways. Yeah. And she was writing a text message, but it had an Excel, a Microsoft Excel page on it.
And she just wrote it into Excel and then fell out with him for not replying. Dilemma, that's what it was.
Melia, lead you.
That's the one.
I do.
Right, surprisingly, Bryn says that that's not a shit take.
Yeah, but it's because he hates Pirro.
Yeah. Bryn is another statistician nonsense, whatever we call them. That's nonsense. Right, I've picked 4 because I can't be asked.
I don't have any filters, Ian.
I've picked Enzo Lefeo. I've picked Who's Pablo. Wolves win them all.
Jesus.
And thanks, but no thanks, Brendan. Your poll is live. Otherwise, we would be here forever and a bloody day.
Which one's your favourite then?
Last and I'd listed 4, so you can bollocks now.
Was it them 4?
It won.
Was it any of them 4?
Yeah, I'd gone Pablo replacement. I'd gone Wolves results. I'd gone the Player of the Month one from FIFA supposedly, and the Pirro Golden Boot one.
Right, well, we haven't got all them, sorry.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
Right, moving on. We've got a very, very short video for you to play that we haven't played for a few weeks, Gilly tells me. So, yeah, it's to do with that little box thing there. And if you scan it, you might find out what it is.
Have you ever wanted to wear your questionable football opinions? Now you can. OKB has teamed up with Back4 to make some merch. Start small with an embroidered patch. Stick it anywhere. No, not there. Then there's t-shirts. Multiple designs, colours, sizes, all guaranteed to make your mate say, "You paid money for that." Mugs. No, not Jay and Kyle. Actual mugs. For your brew. For your tears. For both. Hoodies. Same deal. Multiple designs, colours, sizes. Ideal for pretending you're fine after getting battered off an ESL team. And snapbacks, because nothing says midlife crisis like flat brim confidence. Or no better merch. Available now at the Back4 shop. Go on, treat yourself. Or don't. You'll undergrade it later.
So there, if you do want to buy any of that stuff, make sure you do go through that.
Other way.
No, it's there.
It's not. It's the way.
What
ding,
is?
Ding, ding.
You're pointing towards Smarty.
He might have it mirrored.
Yeah, I've got it mirrored.
Yeah, you point it wrong way. Point other way.
Now I'm pointing towards
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
There you go.
You're doing it right now.
Let me just mirror myself because that's going to do my bloody head in. Mirror my camera. Do not mirror my camera. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Bryn, just chillax, man. Bryn says, think he's lowest Golden Boot winner for years. Didn't manage 20 league goals for a side that's won the league. Chris Wood, McCormack, etc. Managed that feat when we were shy. Yes.
Bryn,
yes,
let it
but
go. Got promoted and he was the Golden Boot winner. Just enjoy it, mate.
And it was a different championship as well.
this is what happens when you let your missus remove all your sports memorabilia for fucking candles and incense and shit. You just become a very, very angry man.
Yeah. What do you say to that?
It's fucking true.
Is that something that's happened, Spike? Have you got anything you'd like to tell us?
That is genuinely no. Well, I've always had all that sort of fucking shit. I'm not allowed anything nice. Anything of mine's locked away. Get that shit out of here. Okay.
You ask because you haven't sorted that other room out yet, and you sat in kitchen.
Oh fuck! Oh,
Should I not pull at that thread?
That's a completely different argument. Apparently, that's getting sorted out before the caravan season returns. But I will show my ass on the town hall steps if that happens. Has he got some sort of liquid delivery?
Yeah, there's a delivery happening.
Come on, girl, show yourself. Has she slid it on like a little tray on the floor, as if she opened the door and put it on the floor for you so we don't see her?
Did you text
Has she got dressing gown on?
Bring it up?
She asked me if I wanted some water because I was coughing. I said, no, but a bit of red wine would be nice.
What a service, hey? Gail, I'm only up road. You bring me some fucking lemsip.
Right then, we've done Stoutwort, and we've now got the little bit to talk about around our next fixture, which is Everton's new ground. Is anyone going?
No, I would like to have done actually.
Monday night. No, I didn't. No, I'm not.
No. I wouldn't mind to going to see the new stadium because it is right on the fucking river, isn't it? Or right in the sea, whatever.
Right in the sea.
What's it called? Is it called the Dickinson
it's like Water
Hall?
World.
Dixon Hall?
Hill Dickinson.
Dickinson's bargain hunt stadium is.
Yeah, one of my friends wanted to go to watch the Magic Weekends there next year, Rugby League Magic Weekend.
Is the poll up yet?
The poll is up. We've already had votes.
Come on, Richard. Scroll to the top, Bobcott. Open thine eyes.
Yeah, we've already had plenty of votes as well. It's been the votes have been. It's been up for 4 minutes. So yeah, get your votes in. We'll come to that at the end. Let's talk Everton then. We're not playing till Monday, are we?
No.
Which means we probably won't get a press conference until Friday.
I'm just going to check and see who's on Brady and Cook, by the way, because me and the Gilbert will be playing football on Monday.
Oh shit, yeah.
We won't.
See, you don't know now. No, it won't be after the game, but it don't finish well late, so we might miss a little bit of it. Everton BNC is Jay and Carl. So there you go. Oh yeah, Costco's well on the aren't we? Never mind.
Thoughts then? Do we go there? I seen somebody in the comments. I don't remember who it was. Earlier,
it was Stad.
Yeah, it was. Ian Ward seems to think Grealish is missing.
He is. He's got a stress fracture and he's going to be out months, not weeks. So there's definitely no early return for him if that's accurate. Rodon came back twice as fast as he should have done and has played 2 full games in that meantime, like he's Superman. But apparently Grealish has got it. We reported on Sky Sports News tonight. Stress fracture and won't be available.
What a shame.
Yeah. For them, yeah, because he's obviously quite a good player. I think
he's
from
play.
Hype a video. Everyone says it these days, but I don't see a hype.
It takes 4 hours for the hype button to appear on a video, so you got to give it time to finish, and then you can hype it after the fact. Yeah,
so you got to come back to the video and hype it.
And you can hype it 3 times, apparently.
Yes. So you get 3 hypes a week, I believe, and you can hype up to 3 videos a week. But if you can do this one and then refresh it and then come back in and do it, if you want, I mean,
if you can be asked,
not
many people.
Not that we do it. It might just be on phones. I'm not sure. I've only tried it on my phone. I've not tried it on a laptop. So a good point. That might just be on your phone, CB. We don't know enough about it, do we?
I like his badge. I like CB's little badge. Apparently, that's is that the newer version of it that's going to be on some of our kits next season? No, that's the 1890s one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 80s, 90s one. It's probably the best one, to be fair.
Not on a desktop or a laptop, so you must have to do it on your phone. So 4 hours when we finish tonight, so set your alarm for 2 o'clock-ish in the morning.
White Snake's definitely got one of them phones that's got like a little leather wallet on it.
Yeah.
With a little magnetic clasp. Oh, yeah.
Holder.
With a little pencil built into it.
I like that.
A little zip for his change. So when he goes to with his pound coin in for when he goes to Aldi.
His Delabacks.
Watching on CFAX. Everyone who hypes get a free OKB bottle opener.
But it might be slightly red.
You'll have to come off. Yeah, you have to come get them off us at the Peacock. We'll bring some to Peacock and you can come and get some. We'll do that.
You can hype on a laptop or iPad, Steve Brown. Oh, hype wars. Tell us where you can and hype from. Why don't you go back to one of our most recent videos if you are on a laptop now and you've not used your hype?
Just give it a go.
Have a look. Yeah.
Yeah, just give it a go.
Tell us. Pop back in and have a look. So Everton, anyway, are we expecting anybody returning before then? I think there's not a lot of news on Beal.
Outside, no, Beal's out. James is out. Outside chance on Stack. Which
James
means that Dan James.
Dan James, sorry.
Yeah,
we've got two players. We've got Dan James.
No, James Justin, not Justin James.
You don't call him even James or James, do you? You've got to say him. You've got to say the full
Justin or James.
name. James Justin or Dan James.
Sorry.
You can't just say James or Justin. Otherwise, you're going to confuse me.
Okay.
So Statch is 50-50. Bryn
JJ and DJ.
Yeah. Do we see ourselves lining up pretty much the same? Maybe Bornau coming in, but I thought James Justin did a cracking job.
I don't change a winning team again, isn't it? It worked quite. The only outside thing that I did mention on the B&C that I didn't really get into on this one because I'd already said it all is our press seemed quite easy to beat. Now Fulham had no appetite to do anything about it. As soon as they got beyond our initial press, they were like, "Ah, shit, we didn't really want to do that. We don't want to play football. We just want to spoil." So I don't think we would necessarily be as attacking. And, that 3-4-3 that we talked about, I think it might be a genuine 2 and then pattern the midfield. So I think it'll be the same personnel, but maybe a slightly different setup. I guess that also might change dependent on Longstaff. Because what we might see if Longstaff becomes available in that period is Aronson playing the support role, Okafor dropped, and Longstaff in midfield. But there's all sorts that might happen. But in terms of the setup, I don't think we're going to see significant changes. I think probably for me, it will be James Justin in that back three with Bogle at right wing back.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah, Bryn makes a good point. Bring Bornau in due to Barry's form and ability in the air, but does Bornau offer anything extra in the air? I don't think. I've not really seen much for him.
He's a big bastard, isn't he? The tall bloke.
I mean,
we should base the starting 11 on who can jump higher. James Justin or Mr. Bornau, Sebastian.
Adrian, the little
yeah, if he gets kicked.
Salmon,
the fish,
salmon out
the flapping fish test.
Well, like however,
so for them, Branthwaite is doubtful. Keane is suspended. Alcaraz is definitely out. Interestingly, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, a stupid name, he's out, and Irrebegnum's out as well. And Grealish is not added to that list yet. He's out. So
and then they've got the AFCON
players.
They've got the AFCON players only just returning this week as well, so they'll be. They'll be back in, but what I'm saying is they won't have been in the team for the last month or so.
No.
Yes, you can hype on an iPad. Thank you, Veronica Cattery. Oh no,
hello,
Veronica. Terry, sorry. Veronica Cattery. Sorry, I thought.
Hello, Veronica Cattery. Hello, Veronica Cattery. Hello. It's very Italian.
Veronica Terry. You're not in any relation to John, are you?
Maybe she's a vet.
Why?
She has a cattery. Bit of a clutch, but
just a little bit.
So, how do we go? How do we go over to the Hill Dixon Stadium or whatever? She doesn't. She's not a vet. She says.
No, she's not a vet. She's not a vet, or she's not Italian. Yeah. Where are you from, Veronica? We've never seen you here before. We apologise that we've upset you. Please, obviously, like and subscribe, etc. We're very sorry. We do this, you see.
No, but it's mad at you.
Listen, that wasn't as bad as whose fucking dad joke with it at the start of the show. It was better than that, so you can fuck right off.
It wasn't. I actually enjoyed that one. He's a pretty boy then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we go to Everton? Play for a draw? Would you be happy with coming away with a point from that one fixture? I would. I mean, I would be. I think
I'd be happy. I'd be happy with a point, but I want 3. It's a good time to play them. We're just fucking ace. fuck Everton, basically.
She goes out with Mr. Doug Kennels.
See, great.
Right.
Welcome,
okay.
Veronica. She already subscribed. She says, I already am subscribed. Well, thank
I love
you
the
so much.
bluntness. It's very Bryn-like, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we've just got to continue ticking over. I mean, and getting the 1 points here and there on the road, and then the home form is going to be what's key to us between now and the end of the season. Obviously, we play Arsenal at home after that, which is going to be very, very tough.
Say that, but Forest got a draw, and Forest have been abject recently.
Yeah. Good point.
I'd like to go on a run now of equilibrium to that gentleman in the shit takes Wolves form table that he predicted.
Yeah,
I'd like to go on that sort of run.
Replicate Wolves form. We'll be in Europe.
We will be fucking in the European spots. Come on, lads.
Yeah,
I think you're right. I think what you're saying is right. Our home form is where we'll maximise our points. If you're picking up draws away from going and playing for a draw the way that Fulham did, I wouldn't like to see us do that. I'd like to see us carry the game because you're going to get picked off exactly as Fulham did and fully deserved. So I'd like us to go and not necessarily take the game to them as in overcommit and then get picked off, but go there and try to play some football, whereas Fulham were just trying to anti-football, weren't they? It were a throwback to Pulis ball.
Shit,
yeah. I think that's a good point, Michael. I think if Statch's 50-50, I don't think we risk him. I think we probably give him that extra few days week.
He'd only be on bench anyway, wouldn't he? If he's on.
I don't know me. It's good to get game time in your legs, innit? We don't want him coming back, post injury against a team like Arsenal. I'd probably play him.
I get that, but I mean, if he's 50-50, we won't be starting him. He might get 20 minutes.
No,
half hour.
Yeah.
Agree.
But yeah, for me, I think, I mean, as I say, it's call me defeatist, call me what you like. But I see myself as a realist. I think if we could take a point away from there, then it's a very good point. Given the where the land lies and where we are in the league, and every point is a good point in our position. So, more than happy with the point there. And then obviously we go get to the league leaders. 4 from 6 every 2.
Yeah, Bryn's typing in Yorkshire, isn't he? 4 from 6 every 2's rate. Take a draw off a decent side. Just need level performance. We had at B's 2 and at Mackems.
Yeah,
we might have to help out our Yankee brethren. To help them understand that, do a bit of translation service.
For those that don't know, if you ever watched Coronation Street back in the 90s, early 90s, if you know Fred the Butcher is, that's basically who Bryn is. I say! That's Bryn.
He actually is, isn't he?
Ashley! I say!
Ashley! Does anybody want to give a bold prediction as bold as Mr. Roland Buttonups?
Go on, Roland.
It'd be nice. I can't see it, but it would be nice. I think it's going to be quite a bit tighter than that, but I do think that we can go and get a result. Ed says 1-1, Art says 2-1 us. I mean, it was somewhere around that.
I think it'll be a score draw. I think it'll be 1-1.
I'm going 2-0 Leeds.
Nice.
I've got a tingle.
Tingle. You might want to go see a doctor.
Bryn can't speak.
It's not a shooting pain. I don't need.
Have you heard about
I need to scratch any particular area.
Have you ever had that? I was watching a. This is totally irrelevant.
Are we going back to dick chat now?
No. Have you ever had that? Have you ever had that
Sorry,
shooting
Veronica.
pin up your ass when you're walking? When you're just walking like you, just for a couple of seconds.
No.
Have you had it? You've never had that.
No.
This comedian was talking about it, and it proper rang true to me. I was like, do you know what? I've had that before.
Probably have. Yeah, probably have. Yeah.
It's like a shooting pain, but in your bumhole.
Go see your doctor.
No, it's
have you ever had the shooting sharp pain in your tallywhacker before? Oh, fuck.
Well, one thing I did do is catch a bollock going over at seats at Elland Road at weekend. You know when your jeans are the seam sits in a certain way as you try to stretch over it, and I just caught one, and and you know what? Everybody, all of the men around me knew exactly what I'd done, and they were all like, "Ooh," and all women were like, "What's up?"
Bryn says you've been pegged, Bryn. Luke.
Bryn says you've been bred.
Tip.
I tell you once what I did do. I was once running away from the police as a youngster, and I was jumping over a wooden fence, and I got to the top of the wooden fence and got stuck because I was sat on my knacker and couldn't get over the fence because I was sat on it for that long. So I just had to tip my weight to one side and just fall off the fence
and just wait for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I once twacked a bollock climbing into a forklift. I had some exceptionally tight overalls on at the time. Lifted my leg to get into it, and I just felt it went.
You just catch one on one side.
It was like, oh! It felt like someone were washing up in my stomach. It's horrible.
There's no other pain like getting kicked in the bollocks with a football.
There
or
isn't.
Now, one of the lads I went to school with, his dad used to work at a drag strip, and he walked behind one of the top fuel dragsters once and got to the other end of it because it fired up while he was stood behind it, and he was just holding him in his hand.
Nice.
Everything else.
I suppose your bollocks wouldn't hurt if they're not attached to you, though. Some mild relief, of course. My balls don't hurt because they are here in my hand. Look.
Can't feel them anymore.
Do you know anyone with a plastic bollock?
I kind of do.
I do. One of his party tricks is to whip it out and let people hit it with things.
Is it not in the skin anymore?
But I don't fucking know. Is it? Get a ball out and whack his bollock. Like the worst fucking game of whack attack ever.
Imagine if he got that pissed one day, he got the wrong one out though.
Yeah.
And then I needed to end up with
and just head-butted table. Anyway, more bollock
Anyway,
chat.
we do digress. Shall we see what won the poll?
What kind of sock?
Hey,
An ankle
has
sock.
got a shit tick this week, my little spat of fact.
At the risk of Dick Dastardly and Muttley ruining tonight's show, we will do the shit take of the week. In last place with 3% of the votes, Enzo Lafale. In second to last place with 6% of the votes. Thanks, but no thanks, Brendan. Second place, Wolves win them all with 44%, and with 47%. Who the hell is Pablo Hernandez? So Pablo Hernandez won the right winner for me. I think just to pretend you don't know what Pablo Hernandez is just beyond stupid, really.
Sorry, Mark. If you want to just go back to the beginning, it's probably best. Skip out the last 5 minutes or so. Bollock chat again.
Yeah, Mark. If you want the transfer news, you probably want to rewind to about 20 minutes, 25 minutes in. Bollock chats. 1 hour onwards for probably the last 6 or 7 minutes. But, we do tend to digress.
Get them checked, lads. We're just promoting bollock and bollock safety.
Yep.
Yeah, get them checked, boys.
Yeah, health and
And
safety.
if you can't check them yourself, get someone else to check them for you.
Smarty's offering.
Not me.
Go in there, lads.
Yeah, wicked. Right. To that part of the show. Any other business actually before we go on to the final part of the show? Anybody?
All right, Gilly. I think he's still looking at Jammy's message about 2 eggs in an old sock.
Steve Brown says he's got a mate with huge bollocks.
Steve Brown says, I've got a mate with huge bollocks. He can get them into a pint glass with a handle and the glass doesn't fall off. His nickname is Camel. Great.
Why is he called Camel? Or 2 humps?
Well, fucking hell.
Oh, I'm gone. Fucked it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. Sorry, Debs, and for the other girls in the chat.
Yeah.
Next week it could be Moobs.
Excuse me. yeah, so any other business, chaps? Have we got anything else we'd like to discuss? Anything else in the news of world of football? I did want to tell about the IFAB rule changes really, really quickly, didn't I? Let me see if I can find them. Let me just see what they were. So one of them was actually that was it. If a goalkeeper was going to waste time, then a player would have to go. An outfield player would have to go off the pitch for 30 seconds or a minute after a goalkeeper receives treatment, because teams use a goalkeeper injury because they don't have to go off after having treatment. And there was another one. I can't find them. Can he find them? Offside tweaks, new rules. Yeah, they were the main ones, though, inclusive of the other ones that we spoke about earlier. There was one or two others. Cool. Gilly, do you want to take this final part of the show? Where have you gathered yourself?
Yes, mate. Yes. Cool. Good to go now.
It says, and now the weather, which is what we should be moving on to. And now the weather with Matthew Gill.
See what you're saying.
Matthew Gill?
Kind of. That's fine. Yeah, so each week we like to share a bit of a message. So I'm going to read through the standard messaging that we have, and then we've got a bit of a video to share as well. So if you're going through a storm or have recently been through one and you're a man over £18 and in Bandit Club Leeds may be able to help you. With venues in Horsforth, Kirkstall, Pudsey, Central Leeds, Hunslet, Seacroft and Morley. Open 7pm to 9pm every Monday barring bank holidays. They also run weekly and monthly social events with the aim to get men talking to smash the stigma around men's mental health. Details of the venues and everything they're doing is at Andy's Man Club Leeds Facebook, so give them a follow and help spread the word. And we do have a video from one of their facilitators, so here we go on that.
I started going to AMC about 2 years ago. Lost my mum and dad in very quick succession. Lost my mum in 2022, lost my dad in 2023. My dad hit me really hard because me and my son actually found him on the floor when we couldn't get in touch with him. So obviously it was a real big loss for all of us. AMC was mentioned before, but the first time through that door I was made to feel really welcome. It's taken me a few goes to get in through the door, but yeah, I was really welcomed by the guys at Beeston. From there, for about 6 months, I was, every week was just a bonus just to go in and talk about your grief, and it's amazing how many people are going through the same sort of thing. I then became a facilitator, and from there, it's just helping other people. AMC was really instrumental in getting me back on the straight and narrow, just an even keel, if you like. Then I became lead facilitator for Beeston, which is now Hunslet. So yeah, absolutely amazing organisation. Can't thank them really enough for getting me through this.
Some of the messaging that comes from it, we put these videos together and they go out on the AMC Facebook site, and some of the stories are very, very powerful. And I think there are elements of there's things outside of your control that can happen to you just through life events, and it's not a weakness to say that you need help, but you don't need to be at breaking point to talk about struggling. Actually having the conversation early on can change that context and can help even more. But the other thing is, if sharing how you're feeling helps one person feel less on their own, then it's always worth saying out loud as well. So I think being able to share these messages, I think, is hugely important. And I just tip my hat to the strength of the people that are doing so and the facilitators, because they're doing a real job. So fair play to them.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, just really quickly, I want to say thoughts are still weird, Joe. Keep cracking on. You look like you're doing well in rehab, mate. To Joe Wayman, the Just Joe Football Show, who's obviously been struggling with his bits and pieces as well recently. So yeah, keep on
life, not his bollocks.
Yeah, not his bollocks.
Not his bollocks.
Yeah. Just really quickly, the other one, there was another one, and Steve, I think it was Steve Brown, has said here, it was if a player's got 10 seconds to get off the pitch, it's one of the new proposed rules from IFAB. If they're not off in 10 seconds, then the replacement can't come on for 30 seconds. So
I like that.
Penalise
What
players.
happened? What happened? Just like the 6-second rule with keepers having ball in their hand for more than 6 seconds.
8-second rule. It did happen the other day, and I didn't realise what the punishment was. It was it's a corner. So if they hold it for longer than 8 seconds, the opposite team gets a corner.
Yeah.
And how many times have we seen that this season?
I saw it the other day. I think it was a championship game, though. I don't think it was. I don't think I've seen it.
See, where games are refereed properly, not by these fucking mamby-pamby dickheads.
Oh, come on. You remember the state of the referee.
No, I do, but it's better than these fucking shitbags that just do what they fucking want and rely on VAR too much.
Correct.
Much prefer referees in the champ.
No, I get that as well.
Yeah, one last question. Where do we stand on this between us? Johnny's asked us, where are we nervous about relegation? I mean, it's a huge mountain for West Ham to climb, and them getting that late winner against Spurs at the weekend probably made things a little more nervy for us. But it is that, it's an 8-point gap between now and the end of the season. They've got to essentially win 3 games that we lose and not pick up any points in more, and then equal our results for the rest of the season. It is a huge margin, but it's not undoable. I'm still not confident we're safe, but I think we're playing well enough to suggest that we should be. But that's not always the way things go, is it? We know that.
I agree with that. I'm not comfortable. Confident and comfortable are two different things out there. I think if we maintain this form, I'm confident we'll be fine. I'm not comfortable because we are only 2 places above. So it's us and Forest that those sides in the bottom 3 are hoping to target. Wolves are unbeaten in the last 4. They could finish above West Ham at this point. West Ham have won 1, but they've lost 4 out of the last 6. So their form is not great, and Spurs are being very Spursy at the moment. So beating them for West Ham, it's a big deal for West Ham. But everybody's beating Spurs at the moment. They're 2 places above us, having invested so many hundreds of millions into their squad. So they're a basket case. It looks like Frank might be out. Now, if he's not, then the craziness will continue. Bournemouth have just lost Semenyo. They're only 1 place above us. Palace are an absolute bin fire at the moment. They're 1 place above Spurs. There's all sorts of sides that could easily be pulled into. I hesitate to say relegation battle because I don't feel like we're out of the woods, but we're not in a relegation battle right now. But any of those sides I've just mentioned could end up being if they don't pull their form together.
I think over the next, once we get Arsenal out of the way, which will be a very, very good litmus test about how far we've come as a team, especially playing them at home. I think I'm very confident. I don't want to do a Leeds and say, oh yeah, we'll be fine, and then there's been up shit creek without a paddle because we might have seen some injuries or whatever. But I think once we get Arsenal out of the way, I will be looking forward to playing Chelsea again. I will be looking forward to playing the scum again. There's games that I've got my eye on that I think actually, we could turn these over. We could get some good results. As home form is enough for us to kind of not guarantee some points, but guarantee a decent enough game where I think 9 times out of 10 will probably come on top. So I am really, really confident, much more confident than I was before the Man City game. Anyway, put it one way.
Yeah, we've got a very tough run of fixtures coming up after. In fact, and from now we've got obviously Everton away, Arsenal at home, Forest at home. Then we've got Chelsea away. Forget the cup, and then we've got Villa away, and we've got City at home. And then we've got Sunderland at home, Palace away, Brentford at home, Scum away, and then the last 6 games of the season could come down to this. And we've got Wolves at home, Bournemouth away, Burnley at home, Spurs away, Brighton at home, and then on the last day, West Ham away.
We have to be clear of them by the time we go into that fixture at the end of the season. We cannot be in the madness of needing to go down there and get a result. I
don't think we will be.
I don't either.
We would have to hit a really fucking shit patch, and they would have to all of a sudden become a really, really good team and start picking up a lot of points, which I just do not think they've got the capabilities to. You speak to a lot of their fans. You remember Harry, who we once got on? Years
ago. But it Adam that said, why do you kill other clubs?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Fucking hell, that's pulled that. You pulled that one out of the bag. I've actually asked him if he fancies coming on just before we play West Ham, but that'll be at the end of the season. But
And
yeah,
that's
even
as
he
well
says,
beat him.
yeah. Even he said, it's looking pretty shaky. But I think West Ham might pull themselves clear. I think Forest might be the ones that drop in. But who knows? There's a lot of football to be played. But I'm quite.
And everyone has to play everybody twice anyway, doesn't it? We can look at the order of the fixtures, or whatever. But if we can, like you say, if we continue with this style and this form that we're playing up until the end of the season, we have every right to be a Premier League outfit next season. For me, I think I'm confident we will, but I'm almost a little bit concerned. There's always that little bit of worry as a Leeds fan into that anything could happen. So we'll see.
Agreed.
Wicked. Great. Thank you ever so much, everybody in the comments. Don't forget to set your alarm for 2:00 in the morning to come back and hype the video. If you don't already, subscribe and hit the like. Smarty, Gilly, thank you ever so much. I do feel a little bit better for having a chat with you all tonight. Appreciate everybody in the comments as well. And we'll be back on probably Tuesday, I would imagine, for Dumb and Dummers, Brady and Coke.
It's all to know better. We all to know much better than letting Carl go on with Jay. Luke's calling out bad weathers, and Smarty is no better, and Gilly gets fan mail again. But every time we go live,
shit take has been
can't speak or even tell the time.
It's Moratoy's out the pram.
It's all
if I see his mother in
we
the stands,
much better.
I'm
this
gonna crack an egg
show for tonight. And if you like these weapons and you don't think that
one last run,
please go check out our merch site. Good night.
Little tosser, and I hate him. He's shit. He's average, and he's a shit house.